Yeah, all right. Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started where we left off the last time. I'm going to start cleaning up some of this stuff. I already showed you how to clean them up and how to clean them up. So I'm just going to break them up, clean them up because I got to get this area cleaned up. We got this little radio here we're going to scrap out. I got a little fan. We're going to see if there's anything good in there. If it's copper motor or aluminum, what the hey, I'm bored. Not really bored, but you know, it's stuff that's got to be taken apart. And yeah, there wasn't much around this week. I've been trying to find something. So maybe we'll get into one of the bags of wire or something, clean up. It's a little bit cold outside right now. Tomorrow is supposed to be nicer, so I would like to get the trailer starting to be built tomorrow, which will be nice so I can get the scrap out of here. The steel. I got all that light iron in the back in the shed. I got that 10 by 10 filled. We got all that strippable tin covered copper right there. I mean, that's a whole heck load of copper. That's all strippable. The rest of it's in the other bucket over here. And that stuff's so taped up, it's going as harness. And then we got the bucket of other wire that's too thin to really mess with stripping, because I mean, once you strip that thin stuff, there's not much. Oh, that's got to be cut off. There's not much left on the bone, if you ask me. I mean, you know, if you got nothing but time, go for it. At a certain point, to me, it gets a little tedious to strip it. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it that much. But anyway, I'm going to clean up this brass real quick. The rest of these and all that stuff. And we'll pile it up and see what's what when I get back. And that way we're not just wasting time on this video cutting little bits of wire off of brass ends that I've been collecting. And yeah. And then we got some more stuff coming up, but just gotta wait for the snow to melt off of it. And I'm sure once the snow melts, other people will be getting stuff out there. And I would like this week to make a steel run, if I have the chance. That would be nice, because I do need the money this week. Got to cash something in here. Worst case scenario, I will take some non-ferrous down also, and get rid of some of that. Make a little bit of money somehow. We got enough of it, so yes, enough of it prepped, at least, is what I mean. We get all that stuff that's already prepped. We've been prepping. So, and my tent's filled, 10 by 10's filled with steel right now. Once the snow melts off my trailer, I'd like to get that out of here. Anyway, let's get to the video here. Done blabbing, sorry. I'm gonna get this stuff broken up and we'll be back. I just want to point this out. These are brass or copper, coated copper, just so everybody knows, most of the time. I can't say all the time, but most of the time. Okay, see that? Take my magnet, falls right off. Does not stick. And yes, that's a magnet. Sits right there. It's from an old flashlight. I keep it right there, along with the other magnets, but that's where I keep that one. So if I take this piece and I cut it, bam, you can see that gold in there. Brass pile. All right, so far I cleaned up the brass. All I did was cut the little bits of insulated wire off there to make it clean brass. The copper they're not going to worry about because brass is made of copper. All right, see this little pile of stuff here from taking apart the breakers? Might look like aluminum, right? Nope. Steel. Okay. Some are aluminum or copper. I mean, that's all steel though. Except for that little piece of copper hanging off the end there that I'll cut off. So you got to watch with those. Sometimes they're not good. But, you know, we'll keep going here. I'm going to keep cleaning up. That's the brass pile so far. It's looking nice for this little project. Still got to break that apart. There's silver contacts, a little bit of copper in there. I'll break them all apart and we'll see how much copper we can get out of them. And that's going to be the big stuff. That's all the silver contacts so far from this run of stuff that I found in the little crucible. Where is it? There it is. And then maybe we'll strip some of this wire out later and get that going. And yeah, there's the number 2 that's in there now that we've already gotten out of that little bit of setup. So let's keep adding to the pile. It's still a little cold out today. And I'll see when I get these all chopped up and we'll go through them. I'm just going to break the plastic off them with a wrench or a pair of pliers, sorry. Yeah, so that's pretty simple to do. You can crack the outside case. That's what I usually do with my channel locks. Bam. Bam. I'll flip it. Crack a little more. And then just pull the goods out. A little bit of the copper shine right there. I need both hands to do that, and I don't have the phone set up right yet. So anyway, it's just smashing plastic. Maybe I'll show it. Hold on. All right. See, that's already smash-a-rootied. That's what I usually do. Just take it. Just peel it apart. All that good copper in there. Even if you don't save the silver contacts, throw it right in the copper bin. They will buy it. They don't care. They might make a little bit of money off it. I highly doubt it. But they're definitely get return on that copper there. So, I mean, even if you just throw all that copper up in your copper number 2 bin, that's good to go. There's little contacts intact right there. And then, you know, come in with your pliers here. Just start peeling back. Now be careful, because that piece is usually, sometimes, well, not usually, but sometimes that's not copper. Just peel that off. I'll peel that back. There's my 2 silver contacts. Just snap that one there. Get rid of this head plastic. Pull it off. Bam. Oop. Now I find the easiest way is to just crack that right like that. That goes. That goes right over there because it's got a bunch of steel on it. And very little plastic. Just peel that little center piece right out that bad boy, because that's got plastic and stuff on it. And that's all copper. It's all number 2, clean number 2. I'm going our clean number 2 bin. Let's get rid of this real quick. And that's that pin from the center. That's why we take them out. Right there, magnetic. So that's how I do these guys. Here's one pretty much pre-smashed. And you can do it with a hammer and a towel. That also works. There's lots of ways to do it. Clean that up a little better. Break that off of there. That little piece of brass. I can go over there. So if you didn't want to, you could throw all that right there with the silver contacts right in your copper. And just make yourself a little copper number 2. I don't know if anyone buys the silver contacts, but I'm just gonna do my thing with them. It's a hobby for me, the silver contacts. I would like to one day melt them down, make a little pile of copper over here. Now that we got rid of the steel. See? Not steel. Not steel. Plastic. So you gotta watch. Look at that. That's brass colored. That bad boy is steel. So over here in our little pile, that's plastic. We got these 2 pieces. Let's cut them open and see what they are. These are from one of the breakers. Aluminum. This one's kind of hard. That feels like brass. Holy shit. This would be easier if I knew where my file went to. I think that might be stainless. Where the heck did I lose a file? Awfully big object to lose. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's definitely stainless. I believe, yeah, that's my stainless bucket. So I can go in there. That's aluminum, so that can go in that bucket. Like I said, I just take a pair of diagonal cutters or cut them there. Cut it there. Pop that out. We'll check that in a second, but it's usually steel. And then just like a slinky, get that copper right off there. Ooh. There we go. Make sure there's nothing in there. In the copper bin. Steel. Steel. That's all number 2 copper. The piece on there is steel, so you gotta pull that off. That's why I said watch them. I'll take that silver off real quick. Drop that in there. And you can just take Pair of pliers. Pull that right off. Number 2. Clean baby. If you don't want to cut that off, that's clean number 2. That's probably number 2 too. It's just discolored from being heated. I might throw it in a brash just to be on the safe side so they don't say nothing to me. And yeah, I'm just going to go through this pile real quick and pull the copper out of these guys. A little copper or brass there. There's some contacts. Contact. Crack this big guy open here real quick. See what's in there. Oh, imagine that, copper and silver. 2 of my favorite things in the world. Oop, I'll have to get that in a second. Big relay, little relay, they're all the same. Copper and silver. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to chomp through these. Now this guy, this is actually a switch. Okay, same thing. Okay, maybe not the same thing. A little bit harder to crack open. Oh yeah, there you go. You just got to find the right side to press on. If you're not into those little balls of silver, usually these that one's brass. Sometimes they're copper. Either way, if you don't want to keep it, you don't have to. But that's another place to find silver and copper. Little switches. This is probably out of a toaster oven or something. Yeah, copper. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean this up and we'll get going on that, and then we'll go from there. See what else is in what we can find. Alright, so I figured I'd bring you back because, as you can see, except for the pile of brass right there, we are cleaned up. Now, these little guys are buttons. Little buttons. So they got these tiny little discs. Let me see if I can find one. Well, we're going to crack one open anyway, but they got tiny little, there's one. Little silver discs in them. It's a piece of copper with silver plating on it. Now I know it's not much, and especially if you're not collecting contacts, it's probably not worth it at all. And this I think might be silver washed, but that's definitely a contact. Could be tin. I might cut it off, but that's a contact from the breaker, and the rest of them are from all those relays. And then if we reach over here, that's just from those relays. Yes, from those little relays. Well, obviously these aren't, but all these little curly Qs, slinky deals, that whole pile there for the most part, and then you got all these little pieces there. That's all number 2. I mean, these are from the magnetron from the microwave we did. That's from something different, but most of this right here, that's all from those relays that we had. That's why I say relays. I like doing them. There's a big pile of trash there to show you what I did. Didn't take me long. And like I said, you can throw all them silver contacts right in the into the copper bin and get rid of them. They'll take them. They'll give you copper price. It ain't much. But, you know, let me show you how I do these little guys and what we find in them. Then we'll go and see if there's anything good in there and that radio. Well, we'll see the radio if we have time. And inside the breakers, there is some aluminum. So if you cut them basically in half and do not lose the good side, you end up with this. There's a little piece of plastic covering it. Piece of plastic off there, some rubber in there. I don't want to lose the button now. Make sure we don't have nothing. I think it's just a rubber piece. Yeah, it's a rubber piece. There's your piece of copper. Now on the other side of that little copper piece is silver plated. And then on the bottom, it's that little disc, silver side. It ain't much. Now on the bottom, there's a little piece of silver right in the center there, which really ain't much. I don't even save it. These are kind of iffy if they're worth doing. And the rest of it, yeah, it's pretty much, you know, if you're saving them, it's worth doing. This guy is a fan. It's oscillating. Sorry, I'm trying to see down in there. Ugh. It's an oscillating fan. And, yeah. Let's get rid of these guys so we don't want to knock them over. So let's throw them in our box. And put the silver kitty away because we don't need him. And that's our actual silver kitty. That's our kitty of silver. Play on words. But yeah, that's all silver contacts in there. I'd like to fill this whole thing up before I process them, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's weighing a pretty good amount there so far. Better than nothing, I'll tell you that. Let's see what we get out of this fan. Start by cracking the bottom off here. And we'll get that cord out of there. That's the most important part. At least so far. Piece of cord. Love it. Cut the end off. I'll take that apart. Let's get this bad boy apart here. Why are you not coming off? Literally nothing holding this stupid thing on anymore. Okay. Apparently there's a screw we cannot get to from this side or something. Whatever. It's off. Let's see if these little fans are even worth taking apart. Little P1 action. So how's everybody doing? I'm sorry I'm halfway in the video. I still haven't said thank you to everybody who's hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good. If you don't watch this channel, you should give a shout out to Scrapping with Grandpa. He's in the hospital, or was in the hospital, and had some surgery done. Go give his videos a like and watch. That way you keep him going while he's down. Not that I have that many viewers, but if you don't and you didn't already, he's a good guy. He makes some pretty good videos. Let me put it to you this way. I like watching those videos, and a lot of other people do. So if you're a scrapper, you probably like his videos. That we call plastic. And more plastic. Cut these wires off. A little bit. Number 2, insulate. Got a little microwave motor and a little motor there. It's better than sending it off to the scrap yard. I'll take the copper transformer on that motor. So that'll be nice. A little bit of insulated wire. A switch with, you guessed it. If you smash this open, every one of them buttons, silver contact. Usually. Take all the excess crap off my cordage. Yeah, my wires. I can go on insulated number 2. Cut these caps off, sorry. Cut these caps off there. I can go with the extension cord. I go with the number 2. Let's move on. Motor. Take them both. If nothing, sell them for 25 cents a pound or whatever they give you for copper motor price. Or smash them open like I'm about to. There. And it's got a little nut down there. That was easier. Pop that there. Pop that there. Pop that there. Bam. Pull that off. These are usually dirty aluminum. If you pop that out, that's brass. And then you got clean aluminum. What I usually use. This one's different. But yeah, right there's a little ball of brass, and then that little steel ring holds it in place. That one looks like a pain nut, but same here. You can do it with this one. I'm probably not gonna, because it's not worth it. It's so tiny. I don't even think I get a penny of aluminum out of it. But under there is usually copper. These are number 2. I cut them off. Just peel. There you go. Pull that right the hell out of there. Let's cut that steel out of there. Oh, I want my copper. Whoop. And just like that. On piece of number 2. The inside ones are a little bit harder sometimes. Just rip that right out of there. Bam. Steel. Let's see. Trashola. Hey now, it's copper. Now usually you can do it several different ways. I'm not going and digging out my grinder right now. So I'm going to be lazy and just cut these. It's a little longer, but by the time I go get the grinder out of the truck and everything else, just cut that number 2 right off of there. Let's get that number 2 bin over here. And I just want to clean that plastic out of there. Now some places, like the one place by me, it calls that copper windings coated, and they don't give you full number 2 price. It's not much less, don't get me wrong. It's 10 cents a pound or something like that, but for some reason, yeah, that's what they do. So what I've been doing is trying to keep this coated stuff out of there from the non-coated because of that. Because this place pays more than the other place that I go to. So like I'll take that ball and put that with my coated. I can go in an insulate pile. And the only reason I do that is because I want my extra 10 cents a pound. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. But it adds up. Especially when you got a bunch of it. So clean that off, and then this piece can go right into the steel bin. with that wicked piece of plastic on there. They're gonna ding me probably hard for that piece of plastic on there. Not as much as they were gonna ding me for that copper though, so we're gonna separate that. But yeah, this can all go in my number 2. And then I'll go in my coated number 2. And these guys. This one, since it was an oscillating fan, has this pin, which I doubt I'm gonna get out of there. Anyway, doesn't matter to me. I just peel them little tabs back. Right there in the center of that guy. It's like a big microwave motor. And you just peel that bad boy right out of there. Greasy parts out of there. Hard steel. And then this one's a little different than a microwave one. It's got another piece in there, but I just want to get that bad boy out of there somehow. A little greasy. Just pop that bad boy. Oop. Making a mess. Making a mess. Let's pick that up. Not a big deal. And now down on this plastic piece like you've seen before. They're usually copper. So I just like to take them like I've shown. Just cut right through half. And there you go. Copper. And that's not coated. So that'll go with the good stuffs. You can see the color difference from the red to the copper color. Right off of there. I mean, you can probably get it all off of there if you're really patient. I am not that patient. Right into the shred bin, because what the heck? I don't care. Beautiful. And I'll go in the other bin with the coated stuff. Like I said, you can pull these apart. They're silver contacts, and they're usually not really big at all. Usually those are really tiny. But they're worth it sometimes. Sometimes they're not. All right. So that's going to be it for today. Let's, I'm getting kind of tired here. Let's get the bin down. Let's weigh up what we got. How much copper did we get out of that stuff? I'm going to add that to the pile. I'll just keep the ball separate. Because like I said, it's only 10 cents a pound. We'll just get a quick weight on everything. All right. let's see what we got in the number 2 bin. So 5 ounces of number 2 out of that. The bin weighs 2.2, which ain't bad for just busting open a bunch of little motors and relays. I mean, seriously, that's a half a pound of copper out of motors and relays out of microwaves. Come on, can't beat that. I like it. I like it a lot. I like me and my coppers though. Turn that guy off. Let's see what we got going on here. Get down the bin. Which bin do we have? Number 1 or Bear Bright, depending on what they're going to pay me for it. We don't want that one. I don't want to put it in there. All right. That looks like not coated. Yeah, that's all non-coated. That's like half a 27 gallon bin. There we go. All right, looking good. I doubt I'll fill it before I go, but I got to get over there and get rid of this stuff, so. And that's all number 2 wire, which means I got to keep digging. Hold on. Okay. We got the clean stuff. We got the coated stuff. Guessing that's what they're called, coated. They're really weird, and with that, I don't understand that, but that's the 2 bins. Sorry, and the light. Almost halfway full on both of them. We almost got a full can of Bear Bright or number 1, depending on what they're going to call it. So we're going to call that a day here, and we'll pick it up on the next one. I got all that to go through, and I got more in the back. Just waiting to build the trailer, build the walls for the trailer so I can get steel out of the back, and then we get rid of that. So thank you. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one.